Up target on that occasion. McGovern, the kick knock 15, which probably suits the defence. And in the scramble, you need some sure hands. You need some class. You might need Connor Rosey, but he kept it in, Wiedering, unexpectedly. Lord, Marshall, and they've handed them a goal. The short term and the long, obviously. Rosey was hoping to connect with Power Pepper. Burn-Jones, it's Butters. Didn't have time to look, but it didn't matter.
Insanely talented kid, Zach Butters, and this whole midfield group.
Chera just fired out the handball. It was too hot for Doherty. Finlayson, we haven't seen a lot of him. Burn-Jones got some treatment. The dangerous tackle. The costly tackle. How costly.
It's so hard when you're chasing a player who's trying to kick the goal and you're desperately dragging to ground.
Burn-Jones, as one of Port's leaders, does exactly what he had to do. 12 has the most. Finlayson pushed out of it. Sard, the call from DeConey was out the back again. Walsh scrambles one, but it is going to return via the boot of Travis Boak.
We've got 16 in their back 50 here, Carlton, so they'll be disappointed they weren't able to chop that off. A lot of that representation was in the middle part of the ground, so Finlayson took the only space that was available to him.
Laid it off to the right footer, and Rosey had a look a few moments ago, and he doesn't make the same mistake. So they'll keep coming, Port Adelaide. When you've got as many talented players as they have.
What can they do here, Chief? That's the next thing we've got to think about. What can Port Adelaide do to get themselves back in here?
Well, the problem is, Gaz, even when they do go forward, and we see a great mark here from Ollie Lord, they've had a misfiring forward line anyway.
He'd be nervous too, because two of the kicks were absolute monks. It just
builds on the confidence too.
Ricocheted off the side of his boot.
So 35 metres out. Ollie Lord. We've seen the bad. Now good Lord.
And the trouble was, Marshall would have taken that mark. He was in perfect position if he was able to have the one-on-one against his opponent.
A little sore.
Holding free kick, Power Pepper.
Ray right on the job. Winning goals today, Port Adelaide. They need to here, and they need to now. And it's Sam Powell-Pepper, who's such a contributor to this team. He's part of why they're on this winning streak.
And so it's good to see that Paddy Dow's coming up and taking up a fair bit of the slack. Powell-Pepper's lifting out.
He is. He's been prominent in this quarter, isn't he? As wholehearted as ever, found his way onto the football. Creative with it too. Speaking of creative, Rosey, Mead, and here comes Marshall.
Good attack on the footy.
He's pivotal to their chances as this season progresses. And in terms of their chances today, this simply must be converted. Sends it on its way. It's true, and they're back within 6 goals. Sard got it going. Tried to keep it, but Houston had other ideas. Now Burgoyne accelerates away. There's some interference. And it's Port Adelaide advantage, and everyone stopped. And the ball landed on the chest of McEntee. Well, he's shown that he can this year. 11 goals too. So he's been a reliable source. This is tight. It's tossed up, but it worked its way back, and it found its way home. Either team. Everyone is willing, but who's able? Drew and Rosey, that's not what you expect. Doherty was on the job, so they have to come again. Houston, bit of width and a bit of space that time. Farrell, can Finlayson lift himself? No, Marshall! Everyone else pushed under the ball, and Marshall came to it at precisely the right moment. Already has 2. And for a player of his quality, should be able to put this one in the book. To know how to capitalise on their opportunities. The handballs, and they progress. McEntee's kicked a half forward. There's a different look. Rosey coming up to take the mark.
From the action or not, or somewhere else to redeploy them. this guy, wherever he goes, is going to be dangerous. He's just a star.
27 disposals. And now 2 goals for Connor Rozee.